Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do another alternative manga spotlight. This is Yoshiharu Tsuge's The Swamp, put out by Drawn and Quarterly. This is the first in hopefully many, but at least they're planning to release one more at least of compilations of Yoshiharu Tsuge's works. I think the next one's called like The Red Flower or something to that effect, but Drawn and Quarterly is planning to release more Yoshiharu Tsuge works in this format, which I'm so excited about. I've done a previous video on Yoshiharu Tsuge's The Man with No Talent, so check that out if you haven't already. But The Swamp is a bunch of unrelated short stories that are fantastic. This is so good. If you are looking to get into alternative manga and you're looking for anthologies or like short story collections, not anthologies, sorry. This is one to pick up. This had very little to no sexual content in it. From what I remember, there were kind of sprinklings of potential abusive situations, but they really were not done in the same way that a lot of alternative manga does. It felt very related to the story and not at all graphic. There was no graphic depictions as far as I can remember, and there was no, like, some alternative manga just kind of like every single story has a male protagonist, and at some point a woman is being objectified or exploited in some way. This is not that. This was a wonderful collection of unrelated stories. Some of them were very funny with a punchline at the end. Some of them were a bit more tragic. Some were just kind of contemplative and you just kind of go, huh, that happened. This was so good. And I am, like, Yoshiharu Tsuge is slowly but surely, becoming a mangaka that may end up one of my favorites. As you can see, the art style is pretty standard throughout them, but there is like some differences between, like, some of them are a little bit more comic-like, while some have much more detail to them. Some nice nature scenes and stuff happening. This is fantastic. And then also at the end, as with pretty much all alternative manga collections, there's a pretty sizable essay at the back, which kind of gives some context to who Yoshiharu Tsuge is. This one is, the rise of Yoshiharu Tsuge. So basically going through his career thus far, people he's worked with, influences, and that kind of stuff. So this is amazing. Drawn and Quarterly did a really nice job with this hardcover. It's just very crisp looking, and hopefully the future collections of these will have the same kind of format to them, so that they kind of all look nice together. But this is so good. The Man Without Talent was excellent, but it was all pretty much the same. It's following the same character, so it's a bunch of short stories following the same guy, whereas this is all unrelated. I love short story collections, and this one is excellent. I can't say anything really bad about it. From what I remember, I just remember enjoying every single story. Unfortunately, it's been over a month since I read this. I was trying to film this earlier, but I just didn't have the chance, and so I was hoping to remember a bit more. But from what I remember of it, it's just, there are some really nice points where you just kind of finish one story and you go like, and you just kind of sit in it, while others were just a laugh at the end because it's a punchline, and all were equally enjoyable. But honestly, especially with short story collections. I don't want to go into what each of these stories were or anything about them because that's just a spoiler, and you might as well just pick this up and read it yourself, which I highly recommend that you do. Drawn and Quarterly is a much smaller publisher based out of Montreal, Canada, and they've really published some nice stuff, as alternative indie kind of stuff. So highly recommend supporting them, and especially these Yoshiharu Tsuge collections, because I can't wait to see what else they put out by him. I'm so excited. Yeah, so just a quick one for you to basically just tell you, go buy this. It's excellent. Yeah, thanks for watching.